Bob is going to be on tour. Come out, see one of these shows.
On September 28th, Bob is headlining at Portland Helium. The Helium.
Come out, see how Papa makes his money. Come see how Daddy makes his dough.
Bob, there's a lot of people passing you on the highway. Yeah, they keep changing the speed. Here's the episode. What you got for him, Bobby?
Hey, what's up? Hello, welcome back to another episode of Discombobulated. It's the fucking best podcast in the world, and I don't know why it hasn't been picked up by a major corporation yet. And even if they did, Bob would say no. I would say yes in a heart. I would say yes to just about anything in my industry. Bob, it can't be that bad. The last 3 episodes have been in my car. Impossible to watch on YouTube as I look down for a brief second just to see how shaky the video is and that I'm using a microphone to be safe. That clips on and it was $13. So once you split up everything, the price of this microphone to make cost 25 cents. So, we're just all lucky to be here, right? Ain't we all just lucky to be here? What the fuck? I went to go get coffee. And again, dude, I'm traveling a lot. That's my job, but not even just flying. I feel like I drive, as much as a truck driver. And whenever I go to these Loves or other gas stations, a lot of cities that you can't use their fountain drinks and anything, and then they're like, but you can use the coffee, and I know they boil it. But if you're on a boil notice, I'm not trusting your boil skills. Because what if the boiler gets broke and then I do it? So I had to get a canned coffee, which I don't like. I'm a hot man. I'm a hot coffee man. I like my coffee hot. I like to be in Austin, Texas. I'll go to the Buzz Mill. I'll say the name of the place. And that's the only place where customers with a service dog, and it doesn't even have one of those service dogs things on it. It's just a weird person that fucking shaved service into the dog. And it's one of those dogs where it don't grow back. One of those motherfuckers will be like, oh, I'll have gotta get one of those, they usually have specials, and I like to get one of their specials. Gotta get a honey badger. Hot or iced? It's 100 degrees outside. I'm like, hot, and someone nearby. Oh, really? That is crazy. Oh, really? You know what's crazier? Minding your own damn business, or doing what we all do, not minding your business and telling your friend about it. I like it hot. The ones in the can, I hate. A coffee in a can sucks. Coffee in a can sucks ass. I just got onto. I like liquid death. I like water like that. You know what? I like water like that. But coffee in a can, it's been touched too much. It's like there's the process of the beans, and then roasting the beans. Then they're in a factory, and then they make it, and then brew it, and then they brew it, and then they're like, well, it's got to get out quicker, and then they put a chemical in it, I guess, that makes it stay fine until for a while. And then I get it? No. I like beans from somewhere, sprayed with pesticides and stuff immediately. And then those beans are brought here, not washed, not even given a fuck about my consumption rate. Not giving a fuck of what I'm going to die from. Probably has one of those things where it's allowed to have a bunch of like rat shit in it, which I don't know if you know is a real thing. There's like you're like a level of like you're allowed. But I like those. I want that hot coffee. I don't want to go and get one of the ones in the cans. Because also, the ones in the cans, impossible to first grab to get one that doesn't have all of the sugars you're supposed to have for the week in there. You turn it around and you're like, you just won the sugar lottery. Same price as the other one. Huh. This one has no sugar. Oh, Bobby, you think you're better than people not drinking sugar? No, but I can't have it at too late at night like a Gremlin or a Mogwai. What happens if you feed a Gremlin after midnight? Do they give birth to something worse? Never thought about that. Because if you feed a Mogwai after midnight, they're like, and then they give birth to all those gremlins. So if you feed a gremlin after midnight, what the hell is that thing? What the hell's coming out of that thing? But, oh, give me that hot coffee. I'll even take the ones, if I'm at someone's house and they do the pod. Yeah, we got pods. Oh, cool. You can't brew a pot of coffee. And I'm not shitting on, I know everyone does. I'm not like telling other people what to do. It sounds like I'm mad. I just don't get it. Bob, what'd you make this morning? One of those pods. I guess I didn't have time to set the other one. Bob, here's set. All right. Found you, truck. Just like everybody else in my shaky fucking video. All right. Faster. Got that cruise control on. Do you remember the first time you learned about cruise control? How old were you? Where were you? Because I was in the car with my aunt on the way to Chicago. And she had sunglasses on, and I had looked over and looked down, and none of her feet were touching the pedals, and I screamed because I thought she was asleep, which then scared her and made her jerk the wheel. And she's like, what? I'm like, you're not even driving, you're asleep. She's like, I'm not sleeping, it's called cruise control. And I was like, ¿por qué? And she explained it to me. And I remember hearing that and just being like, when the hell do you need that? But that was also my parents, we didn't really go on a lot of road trips, and I didn't get a chance to look at anyone's feet. They were all yelling. It's hard to check out someone's driving habits when you're not screaming. And my aunt had one of those happy families where you went over to their house and you're like, oh, why do they still have a kitchen from the 70s? And you're like, because things don't matter to them. Family does. When you're here, your family. When you go to someone's house and they have a new backsplash, that kid's getting yelled at. When you go to someone's house and you're like, ugh, that kid is so raised right. Bobby, it's probably just because you think the opposite. Hey, guess what? This isn't therapy for you. It's for me. What can I do? It's not enough for you, but use it again. Boom! It's bumpy, friend. Every time I do my pod, we are on the road for Shard, but I don't live anywhere. I can do my podcast on the beach. All of my shows are inland, but you should still come, my friend, because I want to lose you. Yeah. That's the level of boredom that I've gotten. Is I've been driving so much that when I drive, I cannot sleep and drive. That when I drive, I'm at the point where I'm like, what songs did I listen to when I was a kid? Oh, Bobby, you listen to Backstreet? We all listen to Backstreet Boys. No one didn't listen to the Backstreet Boys. So I listened to them. I was throwing on some old thing. Sick and tired of hearing all. Is that way that's in sync? deal with that? What's the deal with this pop life? And when is it gonna fade out? Oh God, yeah, I was like throwing on some of those songs. And I remember being like, man, they were really fucking putting songs there. Like these guys could sing, but like they weren't writing the songs. They were like, hey, I can sing. And they're like, I know, we picked you out of the group or whatever. Like as far as I understand it, maybe I'm wrong, but like the Backstreet Boys like weren't showing up at clubs and people were like, boo, and they're like, ha, you ain't even gonna believe this. Like, I feel like their first show was like a show. They were like signed, but I have fucking zero idea how that works. I barely understand how my business works. I'm just having fun. Bob, are you competitive? Literally no. Like people, dude, a comic, like people be like, yeah, I'm trying to get mine or whatever. Are you competitive? I'm like, do I look like a guy with competition in his blood? I mean, if I'm drunk at a bar and you push me, I'm in Texas and I'm like, and I fear for my life. Oh, what are you gonna do, Kia? You fucking absolute jackass! Everyone's going slow. Would you like some eye contact? Would that help? Oh, now you're back behind me because yeah, the guy in the fast lane's going slow, not Bob. Ooh, I love a cocky guy that's like, I'll fix this problem and comes up and like does this. It's the same person that when there's a spill, you're like, oh, this isn't even my house, so someone tries to help. And they like clear it off like they're like gonna fuck there or whatever. And then what are you doing, Toyota? Hey, what are you doing? Oh my God, I love being better than people when I drive. No, dude, I'll drive. Every one of us, dude, we all drive a little fast, or we're not perfect drivers. We'll try to get around. But once I'm on a highway or on an area where it's congested, slow and steady win the race. Where are you gonna go? You just sped up, and now that guy's behind me, and he's locked between like a bunch of things. And then the guy that tried to cut over to him, he's whatever. So I don't have a lot of opinions, but I feel pretty firmly in that. I was with a girl one time, and she's like, "You're kind of driving slow," and I was like, "But," and I like explained it to her, and she was like, "No, yeah, you're right." And I was like, "But it was like grossing you out watching me go slow." And she's like, "Yeah, because you girls, although you all want to be equal, you guys get to get the ick. But if we are like, you gave me the ick." You're like, oh, I'm a princess. Oh my God, whatever dad's told you, like, you're my little prince. Like, just so you guys know, our like moms weren't being like, you're a little Marine. Like, oh, you're like a little angel. Like, boys are just like, you're my little dip fucking jet. Like, if I was being a bad kid, or like, not a bad kid, but like if my dad thought I was being a pussy, I guess that's what. Can you say that? But my dad would be like, that's what he would say, and he'd be like, he would call me Sarah. So now, if your name's Sarah, I'm like, I really like that name. It's a pretty name. We've all dated a Sarah. We've all dated a Danielle. Those are pretty names. Imagine being a Danielle, being like, yeah, I'm Danielle. I'm dating a Bobby. Like, what the fuck's even? What's even going on? Give me this stupid smile. Because I'm not like them. She wasn't even part of all that stuff. Was she just mad? Oh my God. What is your plan? What is your plan? You just fly up on people. Like, I can't just get mad the whole episode, but that is what we're doing as we are driving. It's okay if I get 6 views during this video. It's fine. It's okay if it shakes like it looks like someone's taking the video and blowing me. It's fine. I'll tell you something Bob's struggling with, because I'm not, obviously I'm struggling with road rage, but I'm still just riding speed limit. I don't know how to do the thing I keep seeing in videos where people are like right now, like when everyone cuts me off and everything and does that, like people are like, try to imagine that they're like giving birth right now and they're like late to the hospital. And you're like, okay. And then just like the next time someone like comes in your face and it's like, you're fucking asshole, just try to be like, maybe that day they found out that they're in their polyamorous relationship, both people cheated on them, and you're like, and I'm just wondering how long do, like, if that's the perspective and that's just what's put out there, how many times do we have to be understanding before, like, hey, these people who aren't understanding be running amok? People who are cutting everybody off, I don't see them getting off at the exit that says hospital. The exit. I don't see them getting off at the exit. I didn't see them being really happy. I don't think. You know what? Yeah, that's why I'm struggling with it, because I don't believe in it. I believe in fucking reality. And the reality is that if you were about to give birth, or if whatever, get a fucking ambulance. Get whatever. And that's not even really what this is about. This is like, if you're supposed to have understanding for all these other people and what they're going through, at what point am I not allowed to then also like slam on my brakes and then be like, you scared me? Because I thought you were fucking going to the hospital because you broke your leg and I wanted to stop and help you. Because I don't see everyone else understand when I'm speed. I've never seen someone like I pass them and then they don't give me the middle finger if I'm like being an asshole. They're not like, I bet that man was pregnant. I bet that Bob was having a buffalo. Bob gives birth to a buffalo. But yeah, and when I say struggling with it and having like that understanding, that makes me feel calm, you know, at least to know that what you're struggling with and like where your shit's going, and also, you know, hanging out with people that have kids and seeing where all their stresses lie, and you're just like, people can cut me off. At least I don't have to change a diaper. At least that someone is yelling, I just took a shit. Will you come wipe my ass? Like, at least like that's, oh my God, I'm just living my life. Imagine I'm doing this podcast and I have like, there's like a kid in the back, like Bob has a kid. Like I have not just like found, like I have a kid. Like discombobulated, like my kid's in the back and I'm trying to do an episode of my podcast. Like, is that what we want for Bob? No. When do we want it? Never. When should we get it? Please don't do that, Bobby. Yeah. And it is beautiful out. It's turning fall. So like all the like trees are running out of breath and they're like they're all like, they're changing to yellow. And they're going to drop all their leaves off, and I love driving through this. It's no spring. Spring is fucking, oh God. Spring is an off-kilter person that you're dating. Oh God. You look beautiful today. Next day, thunderstorm. And then fall's like that person that you date where it's like, all right, we know it's coming. We know you're about to get depressed because you're telling us. And Bob, which one you like more? I think it's obvious. And then I just get to drive and just see things like Mustang Creek. And then there's no water in it. And then I go over other creeks with no name. Driving through a creek on a horse with no name. That's what the next episode should be. I need to get on a horse. Yeah, or like a motorcycle. Or like do an episode where I'm fucking like in a, like I'm driving a race car. And I was like, Bob, please don't do that. Okay. Man, I really like this truck decided to pass me at half a mile an hour faster than me. It's really nice. Actually kind of nice. It's actually kind of nice knowing that if his tire blew out, he would literally kill me. And you always think of that with that first one movie, the for the for those about to kill Bob, we salute you. Oh, he's about to get back over. So that was for no reason. Oh my god. Sometimes when I see a truck driver, I don't know what you think of truck drivers, but I know that you see them at gas stations sometimes and you're like, I smell shits, I've heard their fart. But sometimes I'm like, everything around the country in some ways. We're not as nice jobs, and you have to drive the same highways as people enjoying themselves, driving drunk, whatever. Dignity and respect because they get over when someone's on the shoulder, they do all stuff, and then between me and the other truck, and I was like, what's that guy doing? So I don't really understand that. But yeah, that people driving trucks, like for real, we don't give them enough credit for real because everything you need gets there by a truck, by a plane. But fucking, if you're flying, you're cool. You don't have to. Bob, what about birds? Yeah. So, but the truck starts coming towards you. You're toast. You're toasterinos. But I've been having shows going good. What else is going on? You know what? And this is, I'm stressed. The other day, I was just greeted by a person, and in a place where you're greeted, like, hey, I said, hey, how's your day going? And I didn't even say it like over the top Christian. I was like, how's your day? And they literally go, you were literally the first person to ask me that today. Thank you. And I'm like, it doesn't take a lot, but that's not what I'm trying to talk about. I'm saying, I've just noticed that everyone seems like they're being taken for granted. I feel like I'm not taken for granted, so there must be some time that I am taken. So if I feel like that, the zeitgeist, is that right? But like if everyone's feeling that, everywhere you go, it just feels like whatever. Like I'll go to a place and they'll start to ring out. I'm like, how you doing? And they ring me out and they're 1438. I'm like, oh, interesting. And instead of just flipping it, I'm just like, I might remain neutral. I might not give them any more, but sometimes if I have a little bit more I'll pop it out. Because if that's the direction we want to go, if we want to close ourselves off to the rest of the world, what do we even have Disney Plus for? What do we even watch those movies that inspire us? You're like, maybe if we're not even going to try a little bit. If everywhere you go, just like Marlboro Lights, no! Give me them. Oh, Guarino, I hate you! You just love to set me off. Love when I have so many fucking. We also not doing, great. Not a slight to you, but also you're in therapy and you're paying money. If I was like paying money for shoes that didn't seem like they were comfy and working, but people just be like, Bobby, you gotta understand that. I'm like, how many times can someone cut you off before someone kills you? And also, everyone I know that will tell me to calm down, blows up more than me. Literally, I've seen someone who's like, you just gotta understand. Seen that person throw someone out of a bar with their arms. I've seen someone yell with someone else both at someone. And those people are always like, I'm like, oh, I bet it's so easy for you right now to be like, it's like me telling someone you got to read more. It's easy. Because I'm not doing it. Oh, I'm spunky. I'm the Bobby all love to hate. But life's good, man. I went to Nikki Glazer Day the other day at Busch Stadium, which was incredible. I got to hang out with Nikki. I got to see for like a second, dude. That's what's crazy is like later we were both talking. She's like, sorry, I didn't really get to talk. I'm like, dude, you're like so important. It's Nikki Glazer Day. The fact that I even got to be a part of Nikki Glazer Day. And then there's also a bunch of other comics I hadn't seen in forever. I got to like talk to them, and it's like everyone was so busy. We were all bonding, and it was like it felt awesome, dude. I got to see her mom, her sister, her brother-in-law. Oh my god, dude. Everyone's so great. And dude, fucking dude, Julie Glazer, goddamn, is that lady not incredible? I made a stop on the way to the stadium just to get something for Julie. And yeah, it was bobblehead day for Nikki Glazer. Nikki Glazer has a bobblehead and a day and say, is you fucking kidding me? Let's go. She's so kind and helpful to my career. You got to go see her live. That's the most important thing. Bobbleheads are cool. And I wish I had it in my car, but I left it at her neighbor's house because her neighbors loved me so much. Her neighbors like grew up and went to school with her, and then we met, and I was making them laugh. And they're like, "Hey, do you want to come smoke weed at our house?" And I was like, "I've never dabbled in the stuff." Yeah, so I got to hang out over there and see what the other half live like. It's such a both beautiful homes, beautiful people, beautiful time shared, reminiscing, seeing people. And then I saw my buddy Josh Arnold, who's on the Bob and Tom show, and I haven't seen this guy in forever. And I was just talking to him, and we were kind of laughing, joking, catching up. And then if I couldn't bob out myself, I just had to be like, man, it's so good to see you. And, you know, you're always so, we tell a story, and then I fully spit right here on him. And I wiped it away, and immediately he kept his cool. He goes, oh, that's easily one of the 10 grossest things that ever happened to me. And I was like, I want to die and disappear. I wish I could absolutely kill myself right now. I feel so, I'm so upset that just happened, and I'm sorry. So, that's life. That's life. And Bob spit on your face. Down in April, and you shot down in May. In other words, please be true. In other words, I live. And St. Louis is gone now for me. Now it's officially gone. Except for the couple, you know, a loose end here, a thing there. I'm fully not in St. Louis anymore. I got rid of my storage unit, sold my storage unit, got rid of it. Why? What are you doing right now? You are literally cutting. What are you doing right now? Why would you do that? Why would you make me go 10 miles slower because you had the fuck to get over? Person behind me got a little bit more space. But I emptied out my storage unit and got rid of everything. I was going to go donate stuff. I know people like donate stuff, and I had it all to go donate. And then I called ahead of time, and they're like, we'll take donations. Go run back. Guys, like, we don't take donations. And I'm like, they said it inside, and he's like, who? I'm like, sure didn't get a name. I guess I just thought what your business said was true. He said no. So then I threw it in their dumpster. I don't give a fuck. I can't always be giving a fuck. I'm homeless. Do you see a homeless guy litter and go, hey, shit? Yeah. So and here's what I had to throw away. I had to throw away, like, I mean, there's a screenwriter's book that I'm never going to read that I wanted to keep for when I don't read it. Wayne's World on VHS, you know, the Jerk on VHS, fucking Tommy Boy on VHS, The Mask on VHS, The Batman on VHS, Batman 2 on VHS, Batman 3 on VHS, Batman 4 on VHS. A VHS that I bought that just says riverfront, and you're like, oh, I wonder if we're going to solve a crime by buying it. And then you don't even go through that. I had to get rid of those. And it sucked. And it hurt. But I did it, and I'm proud of myself, you know. It doesn't feel good throwing away things at first. Like, I literally was, like, throwing away memories. Like, there's certain things that you're like, oh, that thing got up. And then you just throw it away, and you're just like, oh, life goes on. And now I don't have to spend, you know, fucking X amount of dollars to spend to have stuff at a thing, and I have that much extra money to spend on my future. And I really do feel lighter now. And I've just been throwing more stuff away that I do not need. Like things that I'm like, dude, I have like so many lanyards. And I'm not like, I don't even wear lanyards. What am I gonna do with a lanyard? Like I'm gonna wake up one day and just be like, fuck. I'm a gym teacher. I'm gonna wake up one day and just be like, fuck, I have a compulsion to wanna spin my keys around. Oh, I have a compulsion to look like I'm going backstage. Keys. Throw them away. Just throw it away. I did. I threw away so many things and was left with only the goods. And if you're wondering if I don't have anything, I have like a small, I would say everything fits in like a suitcase and then like a little box that's in the closet at Tatum's. Everything that's in my car, and then there's a storage unit that I have. There's one storage unit left. Where's that? I'm not fucking telling you because I don't have to do things. I'm learning that. If I don't want to do a thing, I ain't fucking gotta. Bob, what if you want to do the thing? Then I'll do it. But what if you don't? Didn't I just say that? All right. I do have attitude and I like it. I like it lately. I feel connected to the fucking road. And yeah, I got a lot of time off and I need to book some shows. So I'm gonna book shows and I got a car and I'll be driving around. So if you ever see me in a car driving around, don't hit me. And let me know if there's shows. Because I just put a bunch of tour dates out on my website, all that stuff, everything. So go there and check it out. If you see me coming near you and you're like, hey, I know a spot, we could probably do a show there. So want to add shows, want to do it DIY, want to do it Sam Talent style, dude. I got his fucking, I do, the one thing I did not throw away that I have there, I was so excited when I found it. I think I have another one in like this box. I keep old comedy stuff, but I have like Sam Talent's like handmade merch. He like bought yellow koozies and like with his like just drew on them. And I still have that. I've been listening to like Running the Light, which, dude, I thought Running the Light was going to be a book that like would make sense or that I would understand like later. And it did. It's an incredible book and it made me, I'm not done with it. I think I'm on Saturday. Yeah, I'm at Saturday. He's like, and dude, oh my God, I don't want to give too much away, but if you are a comedian and you've made it even this far into my podcast, everyone kept telling me I got to read it or whatever, but I just don't read. I know, I'm being honest though. Isn't that what being a comic, isn't that better? I don't read. I try, but I listen to books on tape, so I listened to it and it was awesome, dude. Dude, Billy Wayne Davis and Dan Soder, dude, those guys are fucking incredible. They like are the example. If I was like, oh, if I read to read a book, I know I couldn't, but if I was trying, that's where I would aspire to sound in a way like, oh my God, it's so good. And the amount of things that like as a comic I've already been through that I was like, what? Because like sometimes you'll listen to stuff and you'll be like, oh, I get that. That was like a rock star. I've never lived that life. Whoa, is that really what it's like? And I guess I still always, even after 15 years, I still feel like a newcomer to stand up. You always feel it because you don't know everybody. I guess it feels like it feels like when your bio's not complete on like a dating website. You're like, I feel like I'm here, but I don't feel like I'm here yet. So yeah, it's an incredible listen. And he talks about like relationships. So even if you're like, if anything's going on in your life, this is going to touch on it. And if you like comedy, it's going to like fucking, I'm not saying anything that hasn't been said. It's been out for fucking forever. I'm late to the party, but yeah, dude, it's an incredible listen, and it definitely makes me, like, as a comic, feel seen. And there are those moments, like, dude, they talk about like drug use and fucking like parties and certain things that happen backstage that, like, when they happen to you, like, and you hear that other people have happened to them too, all of a sudden you just like don't feel like as alone or whatever, you know. So, man, that guy's incredible. That's it. That's the podcast. I'm hitting traffic and I'm gonna scream. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm actually really calm lately. Even if stuff makes me mad, I can be calm. Even if I'm pissed, I can be chill. That's the way God intended his will. 'Cause Jesus is Lord and Christ is God. And God is amazing and amazing's hot. My wife's Christian and so am I. We're gonna both go down on a guy. But we said sorry, so it's not gay. We can't even go to hell anyway. 'Cause that place is for poors and people who can't cheat on their spouses and then go to Bonnaroo. My name's Bobby. That's the show.